don't want to wake up right now. But I got a noodle that wants to talk quick. This noodle really wants someone to understand. Someone we can talk to. So we're just getting on here. Just to answer some questions if anything pops up. We so desperately want to be valid. And there's so much doubt and confusion and uncertainty, and we're just self-destructing left and right. I mean, 1 second it's okay and the next second it's not. And we are so very unstable. Alexa, turn off Tinkerbell light. I'll be back if I can. Thanks for listening.
Hello. Hi. I got my glass of milk. My name is Crystal, and this is the noodle system. I'm not really sure what to talk about. Oh yeah, that's what. Okay, I remember now. I guess I picked the short straw. I don't usually allow myself to have milk before bed because it's so fattening. But it's comforting and I need comfort right now. I guess that's what they bribed me with. Okay, guys, stop. I got all these noodles talking all at once. So let me just enjoy my milk while it's cold, okay? Okay. I got a milk mustache. Now I want to get comfy. Just let me be. Why are we in here? Well, this is our room. I'm just going to have a conversation because I don't know exactly what they want me to say. We were at our computer. We were making a video. Husband came up and said he was going to bed, and he left kind of angrily. In the past, we would have jumped up off the computer and rushed to go see what's wrong with him. That's what the teal noodle wanted to do. That's what the teal noodle always did. She protected us from feeling feelings of sadness and anger or anything, right? Like, she was like the fixer. She went to go fix him. That was her job. But a few of us noodles didn't like that job that she did. It's like that poor little teal noodle was in between two different clubs, like two different groups, two different cliques in the head if you're thinking about school, you know, like the goth kids with the preppy kids. Like, Till was bouncing in between, and she was just trying to make it happy for everybody. She was trying to fix everybody's feelings. She was trying to fix husband's feelings. She was trying to fix the people that didn't want her to fix him. She was trying to help the system. She was just a protector, okay? Okay, so she stopped doing that. She's learning how to stop being codependent and stop being the fixer. So why are we making this video? Because that's what she wanted to do tonight when he got upset, and we didn't let her. We told her no, he needs to self-soothe. Oh, let's just go lay down in bed next to him and tell him we're sorry. Sorry? Sorry for what? Is that what you're asking for? Yeah, it's probably what you want to know. Okay, I'll get up. We have to read it because we wrote it and we have to read it from the computer. Hold on. Okay, we found it. We wrote it in our digital journal. We each took a turn saying what happened. Because when our system got upset, a couple of noodles wanted to do their thing, but we're trying to learn how to work together as a team where everybody gets to speak their truth. And that doesn't necessarily mean that we have to speak our truth out loud to everybody else, but we all want to be honored by each other in the system. For example, if husband and Crystal, the system of Crystal, got an argument or something, a couple of noodles might front and co-front. Maybe they're driving and, navigating together in the car, and they might switch back and forth between the two, like co-fronting, to contain the argument in a way that is satisfactory to those two noodles. But then you've got noodles in the backseat who are like, no, not that road. No, turn the other way. No, not that parking lot. Wait, watch, there's a stop sign. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And it's so loud and so crazy and so annoying that it becomes too much. And sometimes we, the system, will shut down during an argument. And the shutting down is a noodle. It's a noodle's response. It's how the noodle dealt with trauma. It's how the noodle dealt with all the noise. It's how the noodle coped with too much information and too much yelling and too much anger and too much all that. And so basically that's what we used to do, right? So I'm going to read to you what each of the noodles wrote tonight because we're really proud on how we handled it as a team. Good job, team. And we also zoned out. We let Mr. Purple help us out with that, and we zoned out, and now it's almost 2 a.m, and we had some noodles in the back seat saying, hey, why don't you go lay down with husband and go kiss and make up and make it all better? And Mr. Purple and Orange was like, no. And I even think Mint had a lot to say about that too, which is good because we like Mint. We like Mint right now. Mint is our favorite noodle right now because she's like this little inside of our system that grew up. She was little forever, and then she started to mature slowly and slowly and slowly. And now she's just awesome. And we're like, yes, let's all of us fragments, or let's all of us noodles, let's take direction from her. Let's let her be our leader. Let's let her be our mentor. Like, we think she's awesome. Like, she's developed as an adult. She had to become an adult till she could grow up. I don't know if that makes sense. Some people grow up and then they're adults. No, she became an adult and then she eventually grew up. Like, I don't know how to explain it. That's how we're explaining it. Wow, this video is really long. Okay, so we're just going to read what happened from each noodle's perspective. All right, here we go. Maroon said, wow, you really screwed up this time, didn't you? You're so stupid. Hold on, that's not right. Hold on. Excuse me, pardon me. All right, here we go. Maroon said, wow, they really think I screwed up this time, don't they? I am so stupid. Then Red said, defend yourself. Don't give away your power. Orange says, I know what happened. I'm right, damn it. Can't you see, Crystal? He is our trauma. Then Peach Noodle says, my son hates me. Let's go make it right. Don't leave him. He needs you. And then the Gold Noodle says, you probably just made a mistake. let's apologize and just get along. And then yellow, that's me, I say, it's just a game, it's going to be okay. And then lime says, you better agree with him or else. And then green says, he's an ass, let's get revenge. And then mint says, speak your truth, let's go lay down. And then teal says, let him think he's right, that'll make you feel better. That's what teal does, she's the fixer. And then cyan says, I wish this wasn't happening. Maybe if we stay small and shut up, maybe he'll stop. You like how I'm intimidating them all? All right. That's really what she said, though. Okay. And then indigo says, don't appear weak. You've got this. And then purple says, ignore this. Maybe it'll go away. Purple's really good at that. And then magenta said, shut up. Pretend it's all fine. Hate him silently. And then pink, sorry guys. You guys are all mad at me for making fun. I'm not trying to make fun of you. I'm really just impersonating you. And then pink says, lighten up, Crystal. One day we'll look back on this and have a good laugh about all this. And then black and white noodle, because there's a noodle, and I used to think it was all black, but it's kind of like a black and white noodle. I don't think I said that before, but it's like checkered or striped or twisted, like a hypnosis wheel thing. It's like a cool little noodle because sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not so good, you know? So it's black and white. So this one says, this is why we need to die. It's all bullshit. Wow, you're a little dark noodle, aren't you? Anyway, I probably should have put a trigger warning. Maybe I'll put a trigger warning because that's kind of a bad noodle. I mean, it's not a bad noodle. I mean, it's not a good noodle, but it's there. And that's why that's why we were looking for help. That's why we went to therapy. That's why we went and got pills. That's why we do all the things that we do for the system, is because we don't want to die. And we have a noodle that thinks we should. Anyway, in our discovery, we've learned about our noodles. And so even though I don't want to tell you names because they don't want me to tell you names, I mean, I'll just give you colors. They seem comfortable with that. So, but what I'm saying is, what am I saying, guys? Oh, I wanted to tell you what happened. That makes sense. Hold on. Okay. I gotta tell you the whole story. I guess I can't tell you the whole story if I don't know anything. Okay then. I guess the story that I thought I wrote down, I didn't write down on my computer. I sent a text message to my therapist. Alexa, turn on Tinkerbell light. Okay, so we sent a text message to the therapist, and I didn't remember this until a noodle told me right now. But what did it say? Oh, it said what happened. And I don't text message the therapist ever. This was the first time we did it. But I wanted him, I have an appointment with him tomorrow, and I wanted him to hear about all of our thoughts and opinions about one event that normally would have had us crying and bawling on the floor for hours, and then we would have been dejected for the rest of the week. So we're really proud that we had a good, strong moment where instead of, I gotta tell you what happened. Okay, so we were out in the front room playing Uno with my son, the son, we're just gonna call him the son, and with the husband. So the husband and the son and one of our snoodles were out in the front room and we're playing Uno. It just sounds better to say my son. Sorry, that's Peach Noodle talking. It's my son. Okay, so my son, my husband, and me, we were playing Uno, and I put a card down, and somebody else put a card down, and I guess I shouldn't have put a card down, so they give me my card back, but I don't remember them giving my card back, and so I'm arguing with what happened, and I don't understand, and I feel completely fuzzy, and instead of them telling me kindly what's going on, my husband screams at me with the top of his lungs, yelling at me, and I'm like, what? Why would... So I scream back. So for a moment I'm scared, but I got a protector noodle, and my protector noodle yells back, and he screams some more, and then it upsets my son, and he runs out of the room, and my husband tells him to come back, and we argue about it. We're not yelling anymore, and I'm really certain that I put a card down, but they're really certain that they gave it back to me, and I'm not remembering that at all. So anyways, it was a dumb little fight. But what the thing that I was trying to do was I was trying to stay there playing the game with them and just telling myself to shut up. I was telling myself to just sit there. And they're having a good time and they're laughing and everything. And I'm like, we should leave. 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 And finally, because there's a couple noodles I didn't want to. There's a couple noodles that didn't want to make a big deal. They didn't want to be upset. They just wanted to get along. They just wanted it to be fine. And then there's a couple noodles that wanted to make a huge deal about it, right? But I'm like, you know what? We're just going to listen to the mint noodle and we're going to go and lay down. And we're going to speak our truth and we're going to just let everybody talk about what they want to talk about this situation. And yeah, we got a couple of noodles that want to go and fix this, that we want to go and make it better with the husband, and we want to go lay down, and we want to apologize to him for him yelling at us. That doesn't make sense. No, does it? No, it doesn't. He needs to apologize to us for yelling and triggering us. I think so. What do you think? It's so common. It sucks that it's so common. And he'll never apologize for it. But that's why we have to stay in this room. You don't understand, guys? That's why we have to stay. Because when you go and you apologize to someone because you want them to apologize to you, I mean, you could be the bigger person and turn the other cheek and be all forgiving and all that stuff. And we're not holding a grudge and being mad in here. But we're not going to go groveling for someone's love and attention. That's not what we're going to do anymore. That's why we are on this path of discovery, is because we want to be healed. We want to stop acting like 17 different voices. We want to just be one voice that's united, you know? We just want to be one voice that is very certain about what we want as a person, not as 17 different people. Do we want to be integrated? No, because we like all the positive values of all of us, right? But we want to learn how to work together as a team where we can all bring great qualities to the table and have our voices be heard and our truths be spoken. But we don't want to be conflicted anymore. We don't want to be conflicted anymore. And it's not their fault. It's not the husband's fault. It's not anybody's fault that we're conflicted. They can trigger us all day long, or they could not trigger us. Even things that they don't mean to do, they could trigger us. And that's not okay, right? But we can't walk around the world in a bubble. We have to learn how to get stronger so that it doesn't matter what people say or do. We can be strong enough to handle anything. That's the belief we have. We want to get so strong that sticks and stones can break our bones, but words will never hurt us, you know? That's enough. That's enough for this video. This video was long, and I have no idea what we're doing with videos anymore. Who's in charge of videos? Because we're all out of order. We're just posting things randomly date now, and it might not make sense, but you know what? We're just going to post when we post, and we'll see what happens. We're not really looking for followers, but if you like us and you want to watch more about our mental health journey and trying to figure out all of this stuff, that'd be great. That'd be great for you to follow us, because we really want to comment. We really want to talk to people that understand, because nobody understands us. It feels like nobody understands us, but there's got to be somebody. Anyway, thank you. Talk to you later. Bye.